Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is April 7, 2022. Let's take a look at most beaten down profitable stocks. So with that, we'll start with the market update and let's look at beaten down stocks with price more than $10. Many of you want to buy stocks more than $10 and I recommend buying profitable companies. We will cover those today. And some of you want to buy price less than $10 and still let's look at profitable companies even though price is less than $10. These are profitable companies. And then we look at volume more than 1 million shares. So these are very liquid and positive net margin, positive cash flow. When the market is tough, we got to go after positive net margin companies and positive free cash flow companies. And finally, we'll make sure the financials are good. Altman Z score, which is the industry standard for financial strength, more than 1.8. That tells you these companies are not going to go out of bankruptcy. So you're rest assured there. So with that, let's jump in. All right, so let's look at the Fear and Greed Index by CNN. Look, we are at 45 right now. So that tells you we are still in the neutral. We can tip to fear anytime. So that's what's set up right now. Look, 1 month ago, we were in the extreme fear. 18 somewhere right around here, but now we're at 45. I can see us going back to 25 or even 20 for that matter, because Fed is not our friend anymore. Feds want to raise the rates. There is a geopolitical tension going on, Ukraine, Russia, and inflation is high. So that's why Fed may raise the rate by 50 basis points. That can put pressure on the stock market. All right, so let's see what's going on here. From a market update perspective, stocks finish higher, bonds extend Fed-driven sell-off. So looks like, stock market is much ugly earlier on. Look, market came down tanking. Look at the Nasdaq, it took a big beating. Finally, they managed to come higher. And we got jobless claims here. It's the lowest level since 1968. So that tells you Fed will be looking at this number and they will be raising the rates. They might even raise by 50 basis points. So that's what is market afraid about right now. And we got quantitative tightening. Fed is not going to buy mortgage anymore. They're going to sell it. That's why there is a big wrench in the market. Interest rates are going higher, so we got to be careful here. So look, market does not know where to go. Very volatile, coming down, going up, coming down big time, going up nicely. So at this time, it's a very volatile. Right now, futures are set up to be a little higher tomorrow, 20 points, but this can change overnight. So we got to be a little careful here. So if you're it's a market for traders because market goes up and down nicely. So that's why it's very good to, if you're a trader, you can make a lot of money. But if you're a long-term investor, rest assured, you can buy the dips, good quality stocks. That's what I've been doing. So with that, let's jump in. Look, from a market perspective, we got market very volatile. Look, we had a bunch of downturn here earlier on, managed to go higher, and now we are a little bit in the downturn trend here. And look what's going on here. We got on the balance volume trending lower, deciding where to go right now. Not high at all. Folks are a little bit afraid right now to put their money. Most folks are in the sidelines right now. Same trend going on in Nasdaq here. Nasdaq, look, it's also trending down, as you can see here. I can see us coming back to at least the level right here. So it's very much in the cards here. We can even retest the lows. That's also possible. And then we got Dow Jones Industrial Average. Look, it's also coming down, as you can see here. And Russell is weakest of the candidates here. Russell 2000 is down. They're almost, they're almost going after the previous low here. It can touch the previous low. Typically, Russell 2000 tells you where the market might head next. So Russell is saying, hey, party is not on, we are going to go down. So as Russell leads us down, a broader market can also go down. That's why you got to be careful here. Market is set up to be down with all the uncertainties going on, and there will be some bear market rally like we saw today. But you got to be careful here. All right, let's jump in and look at the bonds here. Bonds are telling a different story. Bonds are completely selling off here with the Fed selling the mortgage-backed security here. ZB is selling, which is 30-year bonds are selling here. Look, on the balance volume is also low here. So this will continue because Fed is selling these bonds. That's why there will be pressure here, tapering down going on here. Look, interest rates are sky high, racing higher. This will put pressure on a lot of companies which are borrowing money. And market is really rotating right now. It's a sector rotation time. Money going out of high tech, high growth names to healthcare and consumer staples and so on and so forth. And then you got crude oil here. Crude oil is coming down nicely, as you can see here. Folks are still buying crude oil. Look, on the balance volume is going higher. That tells you could still buy some good energy names and even crude oil for that matter, because on the balance volume is going higher. That tells you big companies and big hedge funds are buying this crude oil, taking advantage of this downturn here. Geopolitical tension can increase the oil price anytime. That's why folks are buying, even though it's coming down, as you can see here. And gold was down here. Gold is a good one to slowly start buying. It always helps with the uncertainty. It's a safe haven type name here. As gold is coming down, look, in the futures market, gold is slightly down. You could buy gold itself, or you could buy some great gold stocks here. Look, on the balance volume is going higher. That tells you folks are buying gold and taking advantage of this downturn here. All right, so now let's look at ETF Action. I love looking at ETFs. It tells me where the market might be heading. Keep watch on this one day here. In one day, most of these ETFs managed to go higher. SPY and QQQ, two of my favorite names here. Look, SPY is down 6.5%, which is not yet in the correction territory. It's down 6.5% from 52-week high, whereas NASDAQ is in the correction territory. Look, both of these managed to have a small increase in the price in one-day time frame here, not too much at all, but they're down in 5-day and 10-day. And look, right now RSI is 50 for QQQ, IV percentile is 46. That tells you even up here you could make a lot of money by selling put options way below the current stock price or current ETF price and earn a good premium, mainly because IV percentile is very high right now. And keep watch, we got a few more names with the high IV percentile. You can sell some put options in those names and go from there. All right, so if you look at what's going higher, look, energy, today it went higher. So energy has got more room to run here. So you could buy some great energy names here. Silver, precious metal, is going higher because this is one of the safe haven names. It's also used in the industrials, as many of you know here. And look, we got XLU, utilities are going higher slowly. That's folks are buying some utilities because they give very good dividend. And look what's going on here. We got consumer staples and healthcare, both are leading us higher. Typically, we don't like these ETFs to lead higher. That tells you folks are worried. That's why they're swapping money out of high-tech names into consumer staples. Think about Procter & Gamble and so on and so forth. And healthcare, think about Eli Lilly as an example. That's where money is going right now. And we got gold and United States natural gas, both going very high. Natural gas is on a tear right now, so you got to be careful here. I would not buy up here, but it's a good one if you want to buy the dips. I had some old stocks that I had in the UNG, stocks like Tellurian, that's going gangbusters right now. All right, now what we'll do is we'll look at stocks. So let's look at profitable stocks to buy. Look, we got all these names. Keep watching the net margin. Net margin is more than 10% in all these names here. These companies make money. And look, in one day and even some in 5 days, in one day, all these stocks are down. That's why it's a good time to buy many of these names here. And look, free cash flow is positive for all these companies. they're making money, they're generating money. These are good ones to buy here. And finally, we got overall score here, all higher the better. We'll take a look at that one too. And let's look at few names here. We got Westlake, WLK. I buy this whenever it's down. Look, it's down nicely, 4.5% down. Look at the overall score, 95. And look, they do have a nice net margin, 17%, not bad at all. And they got revenue growth. Top line is growing. That's also great. And debt to equity is below 1. That's good. And they got enough money to fulfill the short-term obligations. So with that, this checks out. Look, RSI 39 tells you stock is sold off. And for folks who want to sell some put options, look, IV percentile is very low, very high right now. You could make some good money selling put options. So I say Westlake is a good one. You could slowly start looking into this one. It has done 82% in 5 years. Not a huge performer, but I think it's a good one to buy at these levels here. And then you got a few more here for the folks who want to look at Chinese name or Chinese stocks. QFIN is a better run company in China. But look, they've not made money for investors. So, if you're a conservative investor, don't go after such companies. I want to see at least some green in 1 day or even maybe 5 years or even 1 year. In this case, they're not there for 5 years yet, but there is no green at all here. They've been losing money for investors. I would shy away from such companies. On the other hand, Etsy, it's off late, it's going down, but it's made some money for investors. I would wait for some proof that this will go higher. At this time, I would shy away from names like Etsy. I want to see at least some positive indicator in the short term before I jump in here. And I got a few more. We got Pinterest in the same gang here. It's been not making money for investors for a while. Look, it's been down for a while now. I would stay away from such names for now. Wait for a little bit confirmation, then you can put some money. But if you're a long-term investor, you could buy some Pinterest here. It's a great one to buy for long-term if you can take some short-term pain. Then we got CRISPR. It's one of my favorite stock here. It's been taking some heat of late after the patent-related issues. Look, very high short ratio here. Short ratio is 13%. I think at these levels you could buy. I can expect a short squeeze. Look, in 5 days going higher. That tells you shorts are a little bit afraid here. If stocks starts going higher, shorts will get squeezed here. And also keep watch. We got both insider and institutional buying here. If there is some insider institution buying, then it's a good indication. But in this case, there is nothing much buy going on. Mostly, a lot of people are selling, either insiders or institutions. So it's good to look at and see what's going on here. All right, so we got a few more here. Trex is one of my favorites at these levels here. You could buy this great company. They're into wood replacement for your decks. It's a good one to buy here. Below 65 is a steel. It's a good buy for this company here. Nice 17% net margin. Good one here. And we got a few more, as you can see here. Keep watch on the companies with nice free cash flow. And look, we got we got BX here, Blackstone, one of my favorite stock here. They have a lot of money management and ETFs. Look, they've done great here, and they have $2 billion in cash and $3 billion free cash flow. I would be buying this company. It's a great one to buy. And rents are going high, as many of you know. Look, we got AvalonBay. It's a good one. It's a REIT. You could buy this great company here. Stock is dropping off late. 44% net margin. It's a great one to buy at these levels. And keep watch on companies with high cash. You could you could go after those names here. Those are a little more stabler names here. We got two more with nice cash, both Zoom as well as Ben. But as you see here, both of them have not made much money for investors. I would be waiting for some proof that these are going higher and then invest in those. All right, so what we'll do is we'll look at a few more and go from there. It's a continuation as usual. Keep watch on what insiders are doing, what institutions are doing. In few cases, insider institutions are selling big time. Look at DRI, Darden, as well as EQR. But I like Darden and EQR both. They're good at these levels here. All right, so then keep watch on both free cash flow as well as the cash in balance sheet. Higher the better. And look, we got Visa here. Visa is one of my favorite here. Visa, look, they got $15 billion of cash and also $15 billion free cash. You could take advantage of this great company here. RSI is 48. You could buy some Visa and go from there. And we got one more here with nice cash and free cash flow here. You could look at this one also. T. Rowe Price, great one here. And I like InMode here. InMode is completely sold off. Brazilian medical device name here. They do aesthetics and plastic surgery and so on and so forth. The equipment for those, it's a good one to buy. Stock is completely beaten down. Look at RSI, completely beaten down. It's a high growth name here. Price to sales ratio is 9. And look, high IV percentile. You could make some good money selling to some put option also here. And we got a few more names here. Keep watch on high balance sheet, high cash on the balance sheet. Those could be good one to slowly start buying into. All right, so now what we'll do is I love names like Leonard, which is Leonard is a very good home builder. So you could buy this great company here, take advantage and go from there. And look at the high overall score names. Those are great ones to buy. Look, we got a couple more here. Look, one of my favorite here, NVIDIA. I've been slowly accumulating, a couple here, couple there. It's a great one to buy. This stock will come back with vengeance when the market is settles. And we got a few more here. UPS looks like it's also coming down off late. RSI 31 tells you it's completely sold off here. It's a great company. You could buy some UPS. And also I love MasterCard, great company here. Stock has been selling off. You could buy this great company here. All right, next what we'll do is we'll look at price less than $10 and volume more than 1 million shares and positive net margin, a positive free cash flow and good financials. For the folks who don't want to spend too much money on stocks, you could look at these names here. These could be good ones to grow your portfolio. All right, so let's look at a few of these names here. Look, even though these are low price names, look at the net margin here. All these companies are making money. These are not money losers. And look, many of these are growth names here. They've been growing their top line nicely, with the exception of two, which is ABCL here. And we got one more here, which is BTG. Sales growth is negative for those, and maybe one more here, Momo. And look, Altman Z-score is nice. It's more than 1.8. That tells you these are good financially. And few companies have got a lot of money on their balance sheet. Look, we got GGB here. Look, $1.4 billion cash on balance sheet. And look, little Indian company called Wipro. They got $4 billion on the market on balance sheet here. Nice overall score. I would be buying such companies. They got a lot of money. They can grow nicely. And look, both these companies, Wipro as well as GGB, they've done great in last 5 years and they can keep doing well. And we got little company UMC here, chip company. Many of you know this company. This is a great chip company. Look, they've been coming down off late. And RSI is 37. Look at their performance here. Nice performance. They got $5 billion of cash and $1.3 billion free cash flow. Great company if you don't want to spend too much money. And we got a few more with the nice balance on the nice cash here. We got SID, which is nice. Look, they got $3.9 billion of cash and nice overall score. You could look at that one also. And even ABEV, it's a beverage name, as many of you know here. Stock is not a great performer. Look, they've not done well, but looks like stock is trying to go higher now. You could take a look at that one too. And we got a few more names here. Safe Bulk is shipping company, as many of you know here, has done pretty okay here. You could take a look at this one also. It's also sold off here. All right, so with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.